Have you ever wanted to make chocolate chip cookies but didn't have the right recipe, or you wanted to make the right ones from scratch? Well, today I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So, the first thing you're going to need is your ingredients. You're going to need 2 sticks of butter, you're going to need flour, baking soda, sugar, salt, a pan, a bowl, canola oil, brown sugar, and regular sugar. First thing you're going to do is mix them. So, you're going to put 2 sticks of butter that's softened, not melted, into a bowl. So, pour them into the bowl. Then, you're going to need your regular sugar. You also need 2 eggs, so make sure you have eggs. You're going to put your sugar in there. And pour your sugar in there. Then you're going to need brown sugar. Same thing, 3/4 brown sugar. Lightly packed. If you pack it too tight, you'll get too much. And you're going to put that in there. And pour that in. Then you're going to need salt. 1/4 teaspoon. So you're going to need a little cup, kind of like this one. Just a little bit of salt. Not a lot. You're also going to need baking soda. Now, with your baking soda, you don't want a lot of this. It only says that you need 1/2 of a teaspoon of baking soda, so just pour a little bit on here. It comes out kind of slow, so you shouldn't have any trouble doing this. Pour that. After you get those, you're going to mix it. So it says to beat them with a mixer for 3 minutes, but if you have a whisk, that's fine. Or if you just have a regular spoon, that's fine. Just make sure it's pretty much mixed together well. It should look kind of rough, because that's what cookie dough is. It's not very thick. I mean, it's not very slimy. So, you'll mix this. And it should be brown, since you do have brown sugar in it. Now you're going to blend your eggs and your extract. So, break the egg, throw it in. 2 eggs. Squirting out out of here. Mix your eggs in there as well. Also, you want to go ahead and add your vanilla extract. So, you only need 1 teaspoon. So again, with your little cup, you're going to use just a little bit. 1 tablespoon. Just to make it a little bit colorful and taste good. Okay, so also mix that in there as well. The last thing you call for is flour. Now, with your flour, you want 2½ cups. So, So, 2½ cups. So, 2½ cups of this. There's 1 cup. There's 2 cups. Now you want about a half. Okay. Now you're going to mix it with a spoon or with your whisk that you already have. This is how your dough is going to get hard. Yes, it's kind of messy. Let's see. It's really messy. Make sure you don't have anything valuable. Oh god, no. Okay. So, it should, once you have it all, you want to add your chocolate chips if you're making chocolate chips. If you're making Reese's, you can get Reese's chocolate chips. You can get any kind you want. You can get semi-sweet, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, regular chocolate. This is what your dough should look like. It should be it shouldn't be super hard. You want it to be a little bit smooth, but still make sure it rolls into a ball. So it should look like this. It's kind of hard, not very, it's kind of thick. You don't want it too thin. Alright, now you're going to add your chocolate chips. This is just a regular bag of milk chocolate chips. Now as many as you want. It says 6 cups, but it's really however many you want to make. So just pour as many as you want. And mix them up in there. Just mix them up. If you need more, just go ahead and add more. The more you have, usually the better it tastes too. So if you do want more, make sure you add them in there. Make sure you add them in there as well. So if I want a little bit more, or a ton more, this is going to be very chocolatey. Alright, this one's going to have a lot of chocolate chips in it. I like it too. Okay. So, now that you have your dough with your chocolate chips, it should kind of look like this. It doesn't look very, I mean, it looks good. So, next thing you're going to do is bake it. So you got all your stuff. First thing you want to do is preheat the oven to 375. Once the oven's on, you can start rolling the balls. So, what you're going to do, make sure your hands are clean on your rings on. You're going to scoop out as big as you want them. When you place them on here, they need to be about 1 inch to 2 inches apart, because the bigger you make them, the more inches you're going to need between them. So just get out a little bit, roll it into a ball, or not. Gonna just get out a little bit and lay it in here. It doesn't have to be in a ball, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just lay it on out in here. As many as you want, as big as you want. The more chocolate chips you put in, the more the more you want to mix it so that you do have enough on here. If you roll them, if the more flour you put in, the more thicker it'll be. So if you want them to be really thick, and you want to actually roll them into a ball, it's fine. After you do this, you want to put it into the oven. After you do this, before you put it in the oven, first things first, wash your hands. By now, you should have washed your hands twice. And then, you want to put this in the oven. Now, as they're baking, you want to clean up your mess. So, to clean up your mess, you just want to put everything back where you got it. If you have any bowls that you softened the butter in, put them in the sink. If you have any butter stick paper, put it in a garbage can. Anything that you use, like measuring cups, those go in the sink as well. Put your salt back and your sugar back. And your flour back. Make sure you refrigerate your baking soda, because if you don't, it'll go bad. Make sure you close up your brown sugar, because if your brown sugar isn't closed up, it will go bad. So make sure it's closed up. Now you're going to clean off the table. As you can see, my table is a mess right now. So get a wet rag and wipe it off. Just get it out of the way for right now. But you would clean it off. You could just dump it into a cup like I'm doing right now. You want to make sure you put everything back where you got it, just like everything else. You want to put this back. And you want to throw everything that you used into the sink. Eggshells in the garbage. Rinse it out. You can continue making cookies, as many as you want. As many as you want. Make sure you spray the pan. And just place your cookies on the sheet. As big as you want, as little as you want. This makes a lot of cookies. It makes at least 32. So if you want 32 cookies, just go recipe. You're going to cook your cookies for about 6 to 8 or 8 to 10 minutes. Once they look done to you, then you can take them out. Doesn't really matter how long you leave them in there. If you like them squishy, I take mine out pretty early. If you like them really burnt, leave them in there for a longer time. Usually they get really brown at about 10 minutes. That's however long you want to leave them in there. And that's your cookies. So, today, you guys have learned a lot, right?
Yes. I have learned a lot.
Okay, so now you can go home and you can make your own cookies however you want. Make sure you take them out after you think they're done. Don't forget about them. That's happened to me. When you're done with all your cookie mix, just go ahead and empty it out, rinse it out, put it in the dishwasher or the sink. And after you are all done, you can enjoy them. And they're very delicious cookies, so they're very good. Enjoy!
They're delicious.